Good morning, guys. I think I'm gonna start greeting you hello world. I've had a few comments from some guy, he's in Australia, and I've had some comments from a guy regularly that's in Europe, over in England. And on a drone video I had a girl that commented, and I think she was over in Ireland. So it's crazy how it, reaches out. So hello world. Today I've got to trim some hedges and shrubs and stuff, and you can see right here I've let them get away. So we got to trim hedges. It's one of those deals, like last week I said I got to get this next week. The week before that I said, I got to trim those next week. The week before that I got to get to those next week, and I never did get to them. So we got to do it today because they're getting out of hand. I'll show you what I've got with me here. I brought two 60 volt, 20 volt, 60 volt DeWalt 6 amp hours, and I brought two of the Milwaukee, the 9.0s, and I've got my Milwaukee blower. I didn't bring the DeWalt blower today. I've got the DeWalt 20 volt trimmers. I've got the Milwaukee trimmers. Of course, this one came with a cover. This one did not. At the end of this video, I'll kind of give you my thoughts on the two. But let's get started trimming some hedges. We'll start knocking some of these out, and I'm going to switch back and forth between the two hedge trimmers. I will show you one thing real quick that I do like on the Milwaukee is this guard right here. That way, if you hit the ground, hit some rocks or whatever, it's not going to get in your blade. Like here, they don't have it, and I've really enjoyed the DeWalt hedge trimmers, the 20 volt hedge trimmers. I've really had good luck out of them, good success out of them, no complaints with them at all. So let's use them. I got the Milwaukees first. I've used the DeWalts a whole lot, so I'm real familiar with them, but I haven't used these a whole lot, so thought I'd start out with them. I see right there, I just bumped the ground and there's rocks there, and that guard, protected the end of that blade. Just like that, guys, we knocked that one out. Let's move on to the next limb right here. Hit me in the head when I mow. Pretty thick woody branch. Let's see how these will do. Pretty good. Cut that off like it was nothing. Well, as you see, I've let this one get away from me too, so I've had to bring out the step ladder to cut it. Gonna make it a little more difficult. So, Milwaukee or DeWalt, we need a pole trimmer. We need a system like that Steel has. I know other companies has them, but Steel has one where you got your motor, and then you can put a chainsaw on the end of it. You can put a hedge trimmer on the end of it. Different things, weed eater head and things like that. But we need a pole trimmer. I need one that's got a hedge trimmer and a saw on it. So if y'all would get on that and make me one and send it to me. You know, I've had those DeWalt. I'd have to look back and see. A year. I know I've had them a year. So the blade may be a little dull on it. I don't know. The Milwaukees are brand new. But the DeWalt was hanging up a little bit up there and the Milwaukee went on through it. But again, that could be the blades a little bit, not sure. But this one walked on through it. I dislike, and I know why they did it, it's a safety feature, but this one has this on it that you have to push down, then engage your blade. The DeWalt don't have it. It's got this right here. Push it forward. That's a lot simpler to operate, especially when you're in a situation like that right there. It's easier to push that forward and use it than to try to push that down. And I love the weight of these right here. Really like that. The Milwaukee's just heavier, but it is a stout machine. The DeWalt is a lower profile, and they're lighter. They are easier to handle. You know, picking between the two is hard to pick. My main deal is getting older, and I had a chiropractor tell me to get off of a sit-down lawnmower. He said you got to walk or stand, and that's why I went to the stander. That has tremendously helped my back. Guys, when I was, listen, I'm talking to you guys that are landscaping heavy. Back when I was doing landscaping, I used the steel gash trimmers, the steel pole saw trimmers and all that stuff, and trim shrubs all day long and stuff, and mulching, and I hurt my back. I mean, it had given me a fit. So I went to a stander. I bought me a Sleep Number bed, one of those beds that sleep number, and plus you can elevate your feet and your head. That's made a tremendous difference. I've gone to the battery operated stuff like this and the weed eaters to go lighter, and my back is tremendously better. It is not hurting me near like it did. I'm almost pain-free with it. There's just very few times now that I have a little bit of pain with it. So I've done some things to alter that, and I don't want to go backwards. So I'm telling you guys that are doing landscaping, guys, get those belts maybe that you wear around you, those elastic belts to protect your back or whatever. Because, man, that is, I know, I've been there. It's hard work, and you do it all day long. And I was young, I say young, I was doing it in the end of my 30s and all the way through my 40s, up until I got close to 50. And it took a toll on me. And so guys, you young guys, you know, you think, man, I'm young, I can plow through this, ain't gonna bother me. Well, it is. Probably when you get older like me, then you're gonna feel the effects of not taking care of yourself. So take care of yourself, guys. And so I like these because of the weight. The Milwaukee, either one of them you choose, you're not gonna go wrong, but I'll tell you more as we get to the end. Now these kind of shrubs right here, they'll give a trimmer a fit, that's for sure. Guys, I've trimmed a lot of shrubs you hadn't seen. Because of time on the video, I couldn't show you all of them I've trimmed. But I never did change batteries all day. The Milwaukee, I used the same battery on it, and I used the same battery on the DeWalt all day. When I got done with the DeWalt, it had 1 dot left on the battery. The Milwaukee had 3 dots left. But I used the DeWalt's a lot more than I used the Milwaukee. Those are tough old shrubs right there. Let's get the DeWalt's to trim the next one. the next time we go out. I've got a 5 amp hour battery for the DeWalt, I'll get it, and I've got a 5 amp hour for the Milwaukee, I'll get it, and we'll kind of compare them that way. But you're not going to go wrong with either one of these trimmers, the Milwaukee or the DeWalt. If I bought the DeWalt, I would upgrade and get the FlexVolt battery, the one that is the 6 amp hour battery, because it makes a significant difference. I am really going to take a lot off of this one right here. This is going to be a good cut. I've said it over and over and over, guys. You can't go wrong with either one of these. On the Milwaukee, the bar, let's see if I can hold that where you can see it. See the difference in the bar? The Milwaukee bar is longer. One of the things that we've really noticed is working out in the sun, Milwaukee's lights are red. Of course, I'm in the shade right now, but if you're out in the bright sun, you can't see their red lights. DeWalt's are green, and it picks them up easier. You can see them out in the bright sun, so we like that. You know, you can see how much battery you got left. Picking one over the other, the only reason I would go with this is because of the weight. Without a battery, the DeWalt weighs 7.5 pounds. The Milwaukee's weigh 8.6 pounds. So there's a pound and an ounce difference, but it is noticeable. But if you go on the specs and you read the specs between the two, I believe the Milwaukee's built with a lot of metal and stuff inside here. I know their weed eater is, so I'm sure that's where you're getting some of that extra weight and all that. Because of my age, I'm 57, I like the weight of the DeWalt. Now, if I was going to tell you which one to pick, I mean, it's a toss-up. The DeWalt, I think, is a 21-inch blade. The Milwaukee's a 24-inch blade. I think these are more probably designed a good commercial grade. The DeWalt, maybe a little more homeowner grade. You could use it on the commercial front if you, the owner, was using them. But I find when you're letting people that, you know, you're hired to use stuff, they don't generally take care of it as good as you do. So anyway, guys, this is going to be all this video when I trim these out right here. As always, appreciate you watching, commenting, all the things. If you got any questions between the two, just put it down in the comments below, and I'll try to do the best I can to answer them for you. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you on the next video.